Welcome back, guys. This is Ashwin here. In this video, we're going to see how to create an AI agent which can search Wikipedia and give us the natural language result. Or if you want to perform calculation, we will call a calculator function and it will give us the result. So the main point of this video, how to make an AI call a function based on the natural language input we are giving. So the AI has to take a decision like what function it has to call to get the relevant results. So the same functionalities can be applied for any kind of application like creating and scheduling a meeting or searching the internet for internet response or calling a weather API, etc. So you can do anything you want, but the format remains the same. So this is like a straightforward AI agent which can be applied for any open source LLM as well. If the open source AI model perform well equal to ChatGPT means, then we are good to go. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use OpenAI, which is GPT-4 mini, which is a affordable version of OpenAI. So if you want, you can use that. Otherwise, you can also try with open source model, but open source model tend to make some mistakes compared to OpenAI. That's what I feel. So let's start with the project. First, we will import the modules. Okay, for this we need OpenAI. Okay, and then we need regex and HTTPX for calling Wikipedia via request. Okay, from OpenAI. Okay, now this is done. We have to create a chatbot which uses OpenAI. So it's like a wrapper. So we can just call the wrapper chatbot and get the results from the model. So create chatbot class. So class chatbot def init. In the constructor, I will pass a system prompt. So currently it is empty, but while creating this class, you can pass the system prompt. So which is like a high level instruction which you can give it to the AI. So self dot system equals system, then self dot client equals OpenAI. So if you have API key, you can just put the API key here. I just set my API key in a environment variable, so it will directly access that. Then self dot messages equals a list. So whenever we call this bot with additional queries, it will just add those messages to the existing function. So that is done. Then if self dot system, that means if we pass a system prompt, we will add it to the message. Self dot messages dot append. So we will have role. This will be system, and then content will be the system prompt. I think we will call it as system prompt because that is much better. Okay, now this is done. This is the constructor. Then when we call the bot, we have to get the result. So def call self comma message. So when we pass the message, we will append it to the existing messages we have to have the chat functionality. So self dot messages dot append a list. Sorry, it will be a JSON like this. In the JSON, we will have role, user, and content will be the message. Okay, then we will get the response from the AI. We will call another function, self dot execute. Okay, then self dot messages dot append role assistant. We have to store the response as well, so that's why I'm storing the response here. Content response. Okay, now we have called this, then we have to return the response. Okay, now this is done. The next step will be we have to complete this execute function. So def execute self completion equals self dot client dot chat dot completions dot create model will be GPT 4o mini, and then messages. Okay, messages equals self dot messages. Okay, once we got this, okay, once we get the response, we will return completion dot choices of 0, then message dot content. So it will just give us the string response, and we will also have one more function, def reset self. What it does is when you don't want the previous response to be present in the bot, we have to like reset. So what we will do is we will assign this self dot messages, and maybe we will have the same. So it will just reset the messages, and we can reduce some cost if we do this. Okay, let's run this. Okay, now this is done. We will test everything at the end, and the next part will be creating the prompt. So create agent prompt. So here the prompt creation is the important one. So we have to like type a detailed instruction so the agent can follow step-by-step manner. So prompt equals, I will create a multi-line comments here. Okay, you run in a loop of thought, action, pause, observation. I think this will be like a long text. I can reuse the text which I already have to save some time. Okay, so this is the complete agent prompt. This is like a common prompt which is shared in research papers. So you can use it and update the actions accordingly. So first step, you run in a loop of thought, action, pause, and observation. At the end of the loop, you output an answer based on the observation so far shared. Use thought to describe your thoughts about the question you have asked. Use action to run one of the actions available to you. Then return pause. Observation will be the result of running those actions. So we are explaining how it should process the query, and for each process what it should do. So this is the clear instruction you're giving it to the model. Then you are passing the available action. Your available actions are calculate, example calculate colon and the input. So this is how it will generate the text as an action, and then we will use regex to process this action and call the respective function. So this will runs a calculation and returns the number, uses Python, so be sure to use the floating point syntax if necessary. Okay, so that is for calculation. And then for Wikipedia, again we will pass Wikipedia and the corresponding input, so it will return a summary from searching Wikipedia. If you want to use any other custom function or a function which can search the internet and return the real-time response, you can just pass the function name and the input however you want. If you want to have like multiple inputs, you can have comma and add those inputs as well. And here I'm having this example session. Question: what is the capital of France? And thought will be I should look up France on Wikipedia. Action will be Wikipedia and France. Then it will pause, and after the function is called, it will return a result. You will be called again with this. So observation is France is a country, the capital is Paris. So this is the response we got from Wikipedia. Then you then output answer, the capital of France is Paris. So that's how the thought process of the agent works. So again, this is a simple agent, and if you want to add more function, it can accept more function and call the functions accordingly. Whenever you don't have a clear input and you get a natural language input from the user, and you want someone to take a decision like what it should call, then the AI agent will definitely help. Okay, let's run this. After this, we have to define functions for the above prompt. So Wikipedia, calculate, reject function, etc. Configure functions. Okay, here first I will have action regex. So read out compile of R. We will have the action. So here we have the action. So action. After the action, we have to take up the word. So \w plus colon and whatever content it's present after the word. So dot star. So this is the regular expression. It will take up the word and the text. Then we will define Wikipedia of Wikipedia of query. Okay, here we will use that HTTPX module to get the response using a API call. So response equals HTTPX dot get. We will have Wikipedia link which uses the API. So // dot wikipedia.org/w/api.php. Then we can pass the parameters. Maybe here params equals, we have to pass a dictionary. So here we will have action, that is query. Then list will be search, and source of search query, pass the input query which we got, and then format JSON. Okay, that's the whole syntax for calling Wikipedia to search for the query. Then it will display like multiple search results from Wikipedia to have at least like top 3 result, or the first 3 result. We will have a text and we will iterate the response for result in response, or we can have responses here. So for response in responses dot JSON of query, and then search, or this will be a string, and we have to specify n, like how many results you want to take. So I will specify n here as 3, then text equals response of snippet. This will be text plus equals. Okay, this is done. Maybe after a single response we will add 2 new lines for separation. Okay, so this is for calling Wikipedia function, and the second one is calculate, which is pretty straightforward. So I will have the expression, so return eval of expression. As you already know, the AI models, they cannot do calculation very well. So in order to rely on external functions and get the accurate results, we are using calculator function here. But recent days the models are performing comparatively well, but still it needs more improvement on the math side and specific functionality side. Okay, now this is done. I think after this we have to define the known functions or known actions that the agent can take. So known actions, totally we have 2 actions. One is Wikipedia. So if we get Wikipedia, we will call the Wikipedia function, and then for calculate it's the same. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, now that is done. We can also test individual functions because so far we didn't test anything. So first we will test the AI agent or AI model individually. So first I will create a bot equals chatbot of you are a helpful assistant. Okay, so this is the system prompt I'm going to give. Then bot of, I will ask a simple question, what is AI agent? Okay, let's see. Chatbot has no attribute system, I think. Okay, this is system prompt. Run this. That's why we have to like test individual parts to make sure everything is working correctly. Let's run this again. Okay, it provide us like a very big results, but still it is working well now. I will just reset everything. Again, I have made a same mistake. Okay, now again we have to like create the bot again. So what is AI agent? We could define like maximum tokens as well if you need to cut short the response. So for now I will just leave it as it is. Run this and run this as well. Okay, it's again. Okay, this is self.system prompt. I think I'm making many mistakes here. Overview of AI agent. Just run this. I hope this should work. Okay, maybe I should stick with what is AI agent because it's giving a brief response on this. Okay, so reset is also done. So both the testing for AI model is done. I will also add test AI model. Then we will test the functions which we have. So Wikipedia of capital of Canada. Did we return the... Okay, here again sorry, I made a mistake. So let me run this and try this again. So this will be the response. Here we can see there are many search matches. We could process this, maybe remove this HTML tags from the response, and we can pass it to the AI. But for now, we are just going through a simple agent, so this is fine. And for calculate, we will do the same thing. I will just ask a simple expression. So calculate is also working. Now we will define the function for asking the query. So main function for AI agent. So def query of question comma max turns equals 5. So why I'm defining max turns is the AI agent will run in a loop. So we have to define the maximum number of turns, or else it will just keep on thinking, and it won't yield any results at all. So sometimes we have to cut short our thinking process. So that's why I'm setting this max turns. If you want like loop should run in like 2 to 3 times, means you can pass it as a parameter. Then I equals 0, bot equals chatbot, prompt, then this prompt is the one which we defined earlier. So this is the prompt variable, which is the system prompt. We are passing it here. Next prompt equals question, which is the query which I passed it to the function. And in the while loop, while I less than max turns, I plus equals 1, result equals bot of next prompt. So we will try to get the result from the bot, and we will print the result. Then actions equals action re dot match of a. First I think I will define the for loop for action in result dot split of new line. I'm just checking whether action keyword is present in the response which we got from the model. If action re dot match of a, if any match is present, we will add that match here. Then if action not in known functions, we are just checking whether the actions are present in the known functions. If it's not present, we will raise an exception of if unknown action here. We will show the action which the model is resulted, and the action input. Okay, I think before that we have to like take the action and action input from this. So if actions if anything is present, we will add action comma action input equals actions of 0 dot groups. Then we will have this line. If action not in known functions, we will show the action and the action input which we got for debugging purpose. Then print again, we have this running action and action input. Okay, so we will show what action it is taking. Then observation known actions dot of action of action input. So we are getting that corresponding function and calling with the input we have. Call the function with input. Check if action is present. So commands are really helpful for if someone is reusing your code. And then after we got the observation, we will display the observation. Observation. Okay, then next prompt equals observation of observation. Okay, if no actions are present, we will just return. Okay, now this is the function. Based on the observation, it should return the response. Like it will print the result here. So let us see how this works. Have defined the query. First, we will again call the Wikipedia thing. So query of capital of Canada. Run this. Okay, so this is a brief thought, action, observation and result. So first thought, I need to find the capital city of Canada, which I will look up on Wikipedia. If you have any other Google search or anything, it will adjust it accordingly. So after the thought, it determine the action it needs to be done. So Wikipedia Canada. Wikipedia is the function that needs to call. Canada is the input, and we are getting pause. So we will run Wikipedia. So this is running. I will run this again. Okay, so similar process is happening. So from the observation, we are getting these results from Wikipedia. Based on these results, the information from Wikipedia doesn't explicitly mention the capital of Canada. I need to perform a search focusing specifically on the capital. Then it refined the input. So Wikipedia capital of Canada. Then we again got the results, and based on this observation, it generated the answer. The capital of Canada is Ottawa. So again, if you have any regular expression, we could add this additional if condition, and we will check whether the answer is present and return it. If you want to like return that particular query for using it in any application. Let's also ask another query. What is 10 plus 3? So now again you can see I'm just passing it as a natural language input. This is a simple arithmetic calculation that I can perform to find the answer, calculate, and we are passing the expression. Then we are running the calculation. We got the observation 13. Then it formed the result in a natural language manner. We can also try one more part. So we don't have to do reset here because each time we are creating a new object for the chatbot. So it's completely fine. We will say what is 10 plus 13. So I'm not passing the addition symbol here. Let's run this one. Okay, again you can see it's clearly understanding what I'm saying and changing the input accordingly, and we got the result in a correct manner. So this is how you can use AI agent to call functions or API to get a real-time response. So this is especially useful as ChatGPT or OpenAI has limited knowledge until 2023. So if you want to get real-time search queries, you can also integrate a Google search function where you can pass the query and get the response. Other than that, if you want to get some query, let's say if you want to get a bank balance, you can just ask a simple query. It will call the necessary API and it should show your result. So like this, the functionalities are endless. You can also create your own AI assistant with this functionality. Maybe I will try to create a new video on this with the extensive functionalities of AI agent. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel for more videos like this. See you guys in the next video.